Hey guys, and here, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Linda and I'm filming a video from Lagos. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the difference between processed hair extension and unprocessed hair extension. If you want to know the difference between these two types of hair extension, then please keep on watching this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please support your girl. Click on the subscribe button just right below, somewhere here or somewhere here. Also turn on the post notification bell right beside the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my uploads. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Number one fundamental difference between the processed hair extension and the unprocessed hair extension is the cost. Yes, you can have a hair vendor selling a wig for you at, let's say, 30,000 naira or 40,000 naira, which is equivalent to, let's say, somewhere around $100, and you think that hair extension is original. Sis, it's impossible for hair that you buy for $100 to be original. It is impossible, very, very impossible. So you find that for processed hair extension is cheaper, unlike its counterpart, which is the unprocessed hair extension. Unprocessed hair extensions are expensive. It's not hair extensions that you can buy for cheap. You have to invest a chunk of your funds to be able to buy unprocessed hair extensions. So let's say you're probably buying like 10-inch hair for the processed hair extension, 3 bundles of 10-inch hair and enclosure for somewhere around, let's say, $150. For the unprocessed hair extension, you find that you might have to spend at least $250 to buy that same length of hair and bundles of hair, just because, of course, it's unprocessed hair and it's more expensive because the quality is there. So the cost of the hair, the major difference between processed hair and unprocessed hair is the cost. So the second difference between the processed hair extension and the unprocessed hair extension is the availability. So you find that most times the processed hair extension is readily available. You can just ask your supplier, okay, do you have this hair extension? Do you have 4 bundles of this hair extension? Do you have 20 bundles of this hair extension? And you find that your supplier has that hair readily available for you and they're ready to ship that hair to you immediately. Unlike when you're working with hair extension that is unprocessed, you have to wait because, of course, when you place your order, they have to now go and start sourcing for this hair extension, and after you source for this hair extension, they have to now wash it and steam it to get the desired curl pattern which you probably want for this hair extension. You just find that all that process just tends to lengthen the time frame in which you're able to get the unprocessed hair extension. So therefore, the unprocessed hair extension is not readily available, unlike the processed hair extension, which is very available and it's available in large quantities. So that's a major difference between the processed hair extension and the unprocessed one. So the third major difference between the processed hair extension and the unprocessed one is that the hair blending. So you find that with processed hair extension, it's easier to match with like the natural hair, like one's natural hair, or even just match with the closure easily, just because the processed hair has been processed to fit a particular hairstyle or fit a particular curl pattern. Like, let's look at the processed kinky hair bundles. They are able to process the hair in such a way that when somebody of African descent fixes this hair, it's able to blend better with her natural hair, just because the hair was styled to fit a hair type. Unlike when we're dealing with an unprocessed hair extension, let's look at something like an Indian hair extension or a Vietnamese bundle or a Filipino bundle. It's unprocessed, so it comes in its natural straight curl pattern, or probably its natural wavy curl pattern. And when you have to blend that particular hair type into your own natural hair, probably you don't even get a closure for it. You just find out that your natural hair will stand out from it. So when you then have to deal with hair extensions like this, that's why we are thankful for things like inventions like closures and frontals, because now we don't have to worry so much about, oh, is our natural hair going to blend in with these bundles, and because of course closure and frontals are just help to solve that particular problem when it comes to hair blending. But generally, the processed hair extensions tend to blend better with our natural hairs, unlike the unprocessed hair extensions, which are just like in a natural curl pattern and form of the hair in question. So now let's talk about colors, guys. When it comes to the unprocessed hair extensions, there are limited colors for you to choose from. But when we now go towards the processed hair extensions, like almost every color you can think of on this earth, The processed hair extensions tend to have like a huge variety when it comes to color ranges and even for style patterns. Like there's a huge color range, a huge style range, so there's more variety when it comes towards like the processed hair extension. So what now makes any of them better? It just depends on your budget and your preference when it comes to like the quality of the hair extension you're looking towards. And also it also depends on your ideal customer. Like, who is your ideal customer and how much is your ideal customer willing to pay for human hair extension? If your ideal customer is willing to pay a lot more just to get quality extension that can last the person for a very long time, then I think you should be tending towards selling the unprocessed hair extension. But if your ideal customer is someone who just wants something to just look good quickly, is not willing to spend so much on human hair extension, they just want something you could rock for probably a period of 1 year and toss it and get something else, then I think you should tend towards selling the processed hair extensions, because that is just more affordable for your ideal customer. And of course, you wouldn't need a huge capital to get into selling the processed hair extension. Unlike when you're selling the unprocessed hair extension, you need more capital to get into selling the unprocessed hair extension. And in some cases, when you're buying this unprocessed hair extension, the hair vendor tends to have like a minimum order quantity. So it's more like if you're not buying at least 10 bundles of a particular type of hair, they might not be willing to sell the hair for you at a wholesale price, or they might just not even be willing to sell the hair for you at all. Unlike the processed hair extension, in most cases they're able to sell this hair for you even if you're just buying probably like 3 bundles or 6 bundles of hair, because of course they're able to retail the hair, unlike for the unprocessed hair extensions. So it depends on where you're actually starting from. If you have that huge capital base and you're able to like really flex and all of that, then well, just make your decision. You can choose to sell both the processed hair extension and the unprocessed hair extension, depending on if you have different type of customer base. For me, I tend to do a mix of both the processed hair extension and the unprocessed hair extension, because if you look at the Nigerian market, people tend to like that sleek bone straight hair look, that glossy look, and of course they don't realize that this hair is actually processed to get that slim glossy bone look that the hair tends to have. Oh, I forgot to mention that another major difference between the processed hair extension and the unprocessed hair extension is that the processed hair extensions tend to have this glossy, shiny, matte, beautiful, sleek look to it, unlike the unprocessed hair extension. The unprocessed hair extensions tends to just have this natural look to it. It might not be overtly shiny, it might not be overtly bouncy like the way the unprocessed hair extension tends to look. So it just depends on preference actually. But I find that most times customers tend to like the processed hair extensions because they just want that shiny look, forgetting that okay, that shiny look, once you wash that hair extension, it might not look as shiny as it used to look before, because of course the hair is coated in silicone just to get that glossy look which it currently has. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got value out of it, please make sure you smash the like button, share with your friends who are also going to get value out of this video, subscribe to my channel if I know you subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely catch you in my next video. Until then, remember, be bold and have courage guys. Live a positive life. Don't let society rush you. Just always try as much as possible to think critically in any decision you have to make, and always try and ensure that you make the best decisions for yourself and for those that are the most important in your life. I love you, and I'll definitely catch you in my next video. Bye guys.